Hey guys, my name's Andrea and it's time for an update for my little container garden. First, I'll show you a little bit of the harvest that I got this week. We are getting some harvests. These are Cherokee purple tomatoes. They were starting to crack, so I went ahead and took them off the vine so they can finish ripening inside. Little cat facing there. Um, this one had a little bit of that blossom end rot, so I don't know if this one will even be good to eat at all, but we'll see. And we got peppers. This is the Hungarian wax pepper. We got the holy mole, which is not as spicy as I was hoping it would be. I mean, a jalapeno is definitely spicier than this. Cucumber. My first cucumber. Cherry tomatoes. We've had a lot of cherry tomatoes, but Henry has been eating them so fast that I can't keep up. Okay, so back to the update. So things kind of look weird right now. Everything's kind of moved around because my plants have been struggling with the heat a little bit, so I've had to get creative and find places of shade for them part of the day. So we did go out of town on 4th of July, and I had someone here at the house, but I think that they had forgotten to water like I had asked, and so man, my poor plants were trying to recover since then. But I'll start over here with the tomatoes. So we are getting some tomatoes that are starting to ripen, and I should have a taste test video out here pretty soon for the Cherokee purple. But I'll start over here. This is the red Brandywine, and like I said, they're just really struggling with the heat. We've had lots of days over 100 degrees. So the cool thing is over here we have one that's blushing, so I cannot wait to try that one. I'm sure Henry's excited too. We've got some basil. I've been kind of clipping some this week. And some more over there. That's the lettuce leaf basil, and I really love this basil. I mean, the leaves can get bigger than this, and I haven't seen them get bigger yet, but they are already big enough, which is just great when I'm doing recipes. So it provides lots of basil for us. This is the Jet Star, and I did have a couple ripe ones already. There's some more ripening down here at the bottom, which is so exciting. So I'll hopefully have a taste test video on that one too. But yeah, it's doing better. It was really struggling in the heat, so I moved them over here in the shade for like the hottest part of the day. That's the kind of nice thing about having container gardens, because you can move the pots where you need to, I guess. If you know, if it gets too hot or whatever. Here's the Cherokee purple. I've already pulled 2 ripe tomatoes off of this, and they have been tasting pretty awesome. Although I'll try to explain in my taste test videos, but when I had COVID, I actually lost my sense of taste, and so unfortunately, things do not taste the way that they usually do, like especially tomatoes, which really breaks my heart because I really love homegrown tomatoes. So it just really, yeah, anyway, you can tell the taste is just off. So I'm hoping that it comes back. I talked to my doctor about it, and he made it sound like it'll eventually come back, but it might take a really long time. So please pray that I get my taste buds back, because I really, really miss them. Okay, sorry, back to the Cherokee purple. We've got one down here. We've got one down there, and then a few up here, but this plant has really struggled this summer, and I don't know if it's because we've had the extreme heat, and so it just hasn't been setting on very good. But hopefully now, being in the shade a little bit more in the hottest part of the day, hopefully we'll get more setting on. The top of the plant's looking a little healthier, so that's good to see. We are going out of town next week, and we'll be gone for 2 weeks. I have a friend who's coming, and she's going to be watering for me, and I trust her, so I think she's gonna do just fine, but you just never know what you're gonna come back to, so that'll be interesting. Look at this big zinnia. I love these big white ones. They're so pretty. And they get more little buds here. And then here's my basil. I also put this guy in the shade too. I need to clip some so it's starting to flower. When that happens, you can just harvest it or take off the tip. I need to do that, and my mother-in-law's been wanting basil, so I need to just cut some up for her, or cut some out. Over here we have the parsley. I feel bad, I haven't really used a whole lot of parsley this year. Normally I put it in a lot of pasta dishes, but I haven't used it a whole lot. Thyme, I've definitely been using the thyme. My little random dill plant over here. It's pretty, look at that. It's all blooming. Should get some seeds off that here pretty soon. Random zinnia. This is the midnight snack over here. I haven't moved this one into the shade, but I feel like I need to because it's struggling too. We've been getting tomatoes off of this every day. It's getting pretty tall. And then here's the Sweet Million. Same with this one, getting tomatoes every day. Not as much as I usually do, like when I had my raised beds. I don't know if it's something to do with just being in a container that it's just not producing as much as it usually does, but yeah. Over here is the jalapeno plant, one of them, and it's looking really good. It's really bushing out. Got lots of jalapenos set on this one, so I'm just waiting for them all to get bigger so that I can use them. And I have tried some and they're nice and spicy, which makes me really happy. Okay, and then this is the holy mole pepper, and I've been getting lots of peppers off this one too. This is what it looks like. And it's not as spicy as I thought it would be. It's a jalapeno is still spicier than this pepper. Flowers in the pot with it. This is my bell pepper plant, and I am getting bell peppers. Let's see, you can see one right in there, but there's quite a few actually that are setting on. Yay! I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be here for harvesting for a couple weeks, because I think that's when it gets really exciting. Here's a Hungarian. This one, I don't know if it's just, maybe I'm watering it too much because the leaves are starting to turn yellow, so I think I'm going to hold back on the watering a little bit and just see if that helps. And still getting lots of peppers off this. Look at all those peppers. These are really good. I actually put this in a salad the other day, and they weren't very spicy. They were just perfect for the salad. It was really good. Here's the ghost pepper plant. I haven't really looked real close to see if I have any that have set on yet. I haven't really noticed any, but if I do, they're probably really small. Lots of blooms. And then this is the other jalapeno plant. You can tell the difference between that other one and this one. The other one I topped and this one I didn't, and you can just tell that the other one's a lot healthier and producing more. But there's some peppers in there. Again, just waiting for them to get bigger so we can enjoy them. This poor cucumber plant over here. It was really struggling in the heat, and as you can see, the leaves just don't look super healthy. They actually look better than they did like a few days ago. They were like really yellowing, and I did get my first cucumber off of it, but unfortunately it was bitter, and so I think it has something to do with maybe the extreme heat or the just not watering very good. Like when we went out of town and it didn't get watered, I think that affected it too. But I'm getting cucumbers on it. I'm just hoping that these will taste good. I'm worried. I'm thinking about starting some again, maybe just starting over and just try to get some more before the season's done. Here's the kale. I'm always checking this every day. Now I did find a couple worms on these the other day, not very many, but as you can see, they're trying to eat it up. But I caught it and we got rid of those. One day when I have a really big garden, I'll plant extra just for those little worm guys. But look how bad this one got. Some lettuce. I've been thinning out where I can. Had a little salad with it earlier in the week. Some of it was a little bitter, some of it wasn't. Little kale guy there. There's a Cosmo, and man, my nasturtiums, I cannot get these to grow. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Here's rosemary, another kale plant. Here's the mystery tomato. That tomato at the bottom is cracking and definitely starting to ripen. So far, I still don't think it's a green zebra. I could be wrong. It's turning yellow, but I have a feeling it's gonna start turning red. I'll definitely keep you updated. I also moved this guy in the shade too, and I'm hoping it'll help. There are a ton of blooms at the top that I'm hoping are gonna turn into tomatoes, like a ton. Like there's some there. I don't know if you can see that. Just so many. Look up here. So I'm looking forward to that. I have some down here too, and there's some more tomatoes down here towards the bottom too, and one up there. Lastly, I have my mortgage lifter that I moved out here so that the the tree could provide some shade in the afternoon. So the shade will kind of come this direction later afternoon, and hopefully it'll do this plant some good. But lots of tomatoes on there, just none of them are starting to ripen yet. So hopefully being in the shade will help them set on a little bit more. Oh, there's a bee friend. Hi, bee. Oh, look at him. He loves my zinnias. Here's the okra over here. The one's looking pretty good. This one over here, the orange jing, is kind of suffering, and I think it's because there's a guy that comes here at this rental property and sprays for weeds, and I'm guessing this poor guy got the brunt of some of that when he was spraying. I'm pretty sure that must be what's going on here because it's looking real sad. I mean, that one recovered good, but this one is slow going. We'll see what happens. Here I stuck a little sucker in the ground off one of my tomato plants, so we'll see if that does anything for us by the end of the season. Well, that is my little container garden update. Lots of growth, lots of changes, starting to get little harvests, which is really great, especially the tomatoes, which I'm super excited about. And yeah, I will definitely keep you updated when we come back from out of town. Maybe I'll get another update in before we leave. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if the garden survives and does okay without me here for 2 weeks. Whew. Anyway, you guys have a really good week, and God bless. Bye, guys.